if everyone is aware, but it's May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So that's why I'm in green for honor of the day. I have a spoken word poem that I would like to share with you. But if you would, walk with me for about 5 minutes because it's really short, I promise. But I want to provide context before I deliver the poem. And I'm doing this because God told me to. And so I got with Pastor, I said, I have something to say. And God said, say it in person. Not on your YouTube channel, say it in person. So the context behind this, I wrote this particular poem called Masterpiece in 2017. I stumbled across it going through my 5011 notebooks because I'm always right. And last May, I recorded it, posted it on my YouTube channel. And within seconds, the outpour, people being vulnerable with me and telling me I needed this. I feel this way. I suffer with anxiety, depression. I didn't want to be here. I thought about taking my life. It was overwhelming for me, and it reminded me why I do this. I say that I write because I want to serve as a voice and tell people stories who don't quite know how. So I stand in a gap for that. I also wanted people to be reminded that, so with that, not only could I sympathize, but I could empathize. And I'm going to be the most vulnerable with y'all I have ever been. I wanted people to know that they are seen, remind them of who they are, and more importantly, whose they are. Okay? And also that knowing that using God's resources that He's gifted to us, the better days are coming. Real quick story before I do this. I remember years ago, I used to isolate, and I would tell my family and friends that I just need some me time. And I would shut my phone off, lock myself in my room, and no one questioned it because that had became my norm. That was my norm, so nobody questioned that. But what they didn't know is that many nights I cried myself to sleep. And then one day, I don't know if my mom remember this, one day my mom came to me and she looked saddened and she said, hey, last night I heard you crying through the walls. And I felt silent because I felt exposed, I felt ashamed. Because I didn't live up to that female warrior that I was always raised to be. And that's mental health. It's like you always feel like somebody can see you and it exposes the real truth behind the mask that you're wearing. Fast forward and wrapping up, 2019, I started therapy. Therapy is good. And because I knew some things weren't right deep down inside, it changed my life. So now I'm good, I stopped going. I'm good. So fast forward to 2022, started back going to therapy because I was really depressed and I started having these panic attacks. I didn't know what they were. And told my therapist about it, and not in my waking moments, but when I was asleep, because I don't have time to stop and feel and cry while I gotta keep moving, life be life. So with that said, I pushed harder to get closer to God. I started studying and not just reading the word. I started coming back home where I was baptized when I was 8 here, because God said, I want you to come back home. Not sometimes, I don't want you online, I want you to come back home. So I ran to the house of God because I didn't know where else to go and what better place to go. And at my church home, I felt safe. I felt peace. I felt love. That hug that I would get from Sister Laura coming in, all the love that I felt, I was at home. So, in wrap up, struggling with mental health, it doesn't mean that, you're not normal. It doesn't mean that you're weak. Therapists are a gift from God, and God is always at work. So I don't remember the last panic attack I had.
Amen.
I have more better days than, there's few far in between my depressive days. So I'm here to deliver a message, and we're about to get to it. God told me it was needed. I'm not sure who needs to hear this. It may be online, but I'm being obedient. So For the people listening, I know that you may feel various emotions and uncertainty, but lean on God and trust Him, and in due time, He'll make it better. You will no longer seek glory from people, admiration through achievements from people. I'm living proof of that. Amen. So let's get to it. This is called Masterpiece. It's not your attention that I seek, not even your glory. I search and crave knowledge to pay homage to the ones who stood before me. If a God is to be my vindicator, then He dare be not for me. So why do I seek vengeance? Why am I so pissed? Because it seems like every time I take a shot, I miss. Fear swallows me. I'm scared, but then I hide. Mixed emotions from the fate of this world, I do my best to hide. Smile for those on the outside, but I'm secretly dying inside. Another one who perished from the mental strain. No homicide, that's mental genocide. This is what happens when thoughts collide. Taking out a group of those who were screaming inside. Rest in peace to those whose smiles never went away. To those who smiled through the pain. It's a shame. It got harder every day. Don't be a part of this population. Stand up and speak your heart. That way you never lose yourself. Choose a life from the start. Don't let the pressures of this world rip you apart. To be living is to be more than just being present. Remember your work of art. Know yourself. Love yourself. The truth and knowledge that you seek about you is true. You're worthy. Stand tall. You're a masterpiece too. So thank you. And if you don't remember anything I say today, you are a masterpiece. Hold on to your faith. Lean on God. And in due time, it will get better. Thank you. Amen.